What's up, music fans of the internet? I'm Derek,
And I'm Kevin.
and we're last week's album. And usually we're talking about good music, but this week we're doing something a little bit different, and we're talking about South by Southwest Music Fest. The 2014 festival is going on right now. Kevin is actually there in Austin attending the event. I will be joining hopefully shortly. And later on, we're going to talk about some of the things we're looking forward to seeing. But first, Kevin, why don't you start off by telling us what you were able to see on Wednesday night, the first night of the festival?
Yeah, actually, first, Derek, we need to start things off like we always do, drinking a beer. So cheers to you and everyone at home.
Cheers.
And beer is an integral part of South by Southwest, so we can't not do that. But yeah, let me give you a quick rundown of what I went to last night. I started out at the Mohawk to see Cerebral Ballzy, which is my new favorite band name, and they are this thrashing, filthy punk band from New York. Actually just got there just in time for their last song. I was running a little bit behind schedule, but they were exactly what you would expect. Raw, in-your-face, loud, thrashing punk. They did mention that their new LP is coming out in May. So we'll keep an eye out for that. We may potentially review it. Then I popped on over to check out the Kins, who are playing the KCRW, which I think is an extension of NPR, showcase, and they were awesome. As we mentioned in our review of them, they sound a little bit like Radiohead meets Alt J. The drummer, I have to hand it to him, was just killing it, pounding drums. And they really took their time to jam on each track, which is something that's nice when you see a band live to change things up, not just playing straight from the album. Definitely took their time to follow each track in its own sort of different jammy way. So that was cool as well. Any questions so far, Derek?
I'm hung up on the fact that you just said jammy, and it wasn't in like a sleeping attire context. So aside from that, Cerebral Ballzy, I love the band name as well. Good find. Yeah, that might be something we might be looking at here in May. Kins, yeah, excited that you were able to catch them as, yeah, I also dug their album as well. But I'm looking at the schedule, the tentative schedule you sent me first. I see Poliça on there, which we also reviewed back in 2012. Were you able to make it?
Yes, I made it over there. That was over on Rainy Street at Bangers, and I was really, really excited to see them live. I've seen some footage of them live, and they lived up to it in full. The lead singer, she's just incredibly mesmerizing and does this whole interpretive singing, dancing thing that just really keeps you locked in. And the two drummers were really awesome to watch live, each playing their respective parts, sometimes playing together. And the bassist, keeping up with all three of them as well. And they played some great tracks, Tiff, which I think they did something fun and different for the bridge. I haven't listened to the track in a bit, but it sounded like they sped it up and did something different. And they would also do a good job of weaving straight from one song into the other, which was really nice to see live. And overall, just a great set, much more upbeat than I was expecting, and much more entertaining than I thought it could be. So yeah. Then, Derek, to change things up, I know the schedule I sent you said I was going to go see, who is it next after Poliça? Do you have it there with you?
It only has Poliça, and then it goes into...
Oh, I know what it was. I was going to go see Red Gold Green, which are this DC rap rock group that I was really excited to see. I guess at the last minute it got canceled, not sure why, but I went there, it wasn't happening. So, popped on over to Cheer Up Charlie's to see Kurt Vile, who I have not listened to before, but have always been interested in. People have good things to say about him. And basically, he sounded like a hippie Bob Dylan. He was playing by himself on acoustic electric guitar, no band to back him, which I was a little disappointed in. But, he's got some really good lyrics and really cool kind of stream of consciousness delivery. So that was a cool set.
Wow, I'm excited. I'm glad to hear you got to see him. Yeah, I listened to one of his recent LPs. Really dug it. Seems like he's coming out with stuff a lot. Just a lot of songs coming out there. That's cool. You got to see it. So I guess as far as going forward, what are you looking forward to seeing? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I was after Kurt Vile. I was supposed to see the Orwells playing at the same venue, and I don't know if you heard, Derek, but there was a tragedy that occurred last night at South by, and I was literally next door. I was inside at Kurt Vile when it happened. And did you hear about this or no?
Yeah, I heard about. Well, you mentioned the Mohawk earlier, and I didn't want to say anything or get out.
Yeah, I mean, not to harp on that. I think we all kind of know what happened. This drunk driver plowed through a lot of pedestrians who were waiting in line for the Tyler the Creator show at Mohawk, which I considered going to. Very glad I did not end up being there at this point. But yeah, I cannot say it enough. Be safe out there, guys. For South by, there's a lot of people on foot, and I think we all know not to drink and drive, but you don't always consider, we're always running from traffic to traffic getting to that show. So be careful, guys, when you're out there, and try and stay safe. But yeah, moving forward, Derek, tonight I'm going to try and go see Johnny Fritz, who used to be Johnny Corndog. Not sure if I'm going to make it in time. Also going to try and check out Robert Ellis, maybe Brick and Mortar, a handful of other bands. I don't have my list in front of me right now, but I am excited to get back out there.
Excellent. I thought I saw on a schedule Drenge coming up over the weekend. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think you're right. They're definitely playing a couple shows, and I really want to check them out. They're really, really good. Oh, and by the way, I went to the Pitchfork Day concert today, and there were a host of bands that were playing that were all really good, but I just want to give a shout out about Future Islands. These guys were awesome, kind of like a Schizophrenic LCD sound system, and their album drops in 2 weeks, so we should definitely check that out and potentially review it. So yeah.
Nice. All right. I guess any other cool stuff you've seen while you're up there? One news story I read, there's like an Oreo machine. You can make your own Oreo type thing.
I will keep an eye out for that. I have not seen the Oreo machine.
It sounds like you might be missing out. I don't know. Is there any companies using the homeless as hotspots this year?
No, not this year. That I think was that last year or the year before, South by Interactive. I haven't seen that. I saw a plane or drones or something do painting in the sky earlier, something about pie in the sky, and then they just kept printing the number pi over and over and over. So not sure what that's about.
How many digits were they go? Oh, well, tomorrow is March 14th, which is 3.4, which is Pi Day. But my question is, how many digits long were they going into pi?
Not counting. It's been a long day. I've already been at a handful of shows. You can tell I'm a little sunburned, and I've had a few beers. So I'm not trying to keep track of how many numbers they were printing, but it was a lot.
Well, good for the pilot that is doing that. Hopefully he's heading home before he runs out of digits, because I hear that one goes on for a while. Or he could just say 22 sevenths and be done with it. Shit. Yeah. So I guess any other shows on the calendar that you're looking forward to over the weekend or otherwise?
Honestly, I can't tell you right now. My head is still spinning. I have tentative calendars made for us both, and that's kind of the fun part about South by, as you could tell from my recap, is you can make a plan, but things always change. There might be a show canceled or a show moved, or you got stuck somewhere in line or whatever. So you can make a plan, but you got to fly by the seat of your pants and just go with the flow. Which is all is to say that no, I cannot tell you what else is on our list. It's too long for me to think about right now.
The good news is there's a list.
There is a list, I promise, guys.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, Kevin, I think that about wraps up day one. Thanks for letting us know, what you saw, what you thought, and all that. And yeah, I guess just before we sign off, just everyone be safe out there again, and have fun. Cheers, and until next time, we'll be talking about good music. Hopefully we'll catch you all at South by.
Cheers, guys.